Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm so excited because I'm getting so many great questions and receiving so much around what is the Omer, what is eating with the Omer, and I just wanted to break down through a series of videos leading up to Passover to answer some of your questions. And so, one question was, what does it look like week by week over a period of 7 weeks to eat with the Omer? Great question. So I just want to frame this by saying, I started this idea of connecting food with the Omer with the question of, is Passover the way that Passover shows us how to eat? Is that a guide? What is that telling us? What is that teaching us? And can this way of eating ripple out and expand out into the 49 days, the days where we count, that stretch out into more of the wilderness, if you will? And kind of questions within my questions. It sounds so very Jewish, doesn't it? But some other questions around this way of eating are, can food link to mystical ideas? I think Passover uses food as a storyteller, and can these Kabbalistic Jewish mysticism inspired ideas that are highlighted every week throughout the counting of the Omer, can we link these to food? Is there a resonance that we can tap into through the act of something we do every day, which is eating? That was one question that I had. Another question is, well, I guess it's more of an observation of, like, we know that we can connect to food, even if you're the most I eat to live kind of, person, which is, totally fine. Even if, you're eating, it comes from that place. We all have a food memory. We all have a birthday cake memory or a cookie memory or my grandmother made this soup memory. And those memories do something to us. They affect us. And so the question is, can we use this bodily and this visceral and this emotional connection to food to stir something up in ourselves, to stir perhaps something transformative up? And then another question I had, a little bit more in the realm of, it's spring and we're shedding our winter skin and like the heaviness of the winter. Are there combinations of food inspired by these spiritual themes? But are there combinations of food, or what combinations of food for us personally? We're all individuals. We all, feel more balanced, gastroeconomic or gastrically, in different ways. So what combinations of food for you individually, as individuals, feels good and feels like your digestion's working and feels like you're energized by your food? So these are the questions that lead me to foods that we'll be highlighting each week in a nourishment booklet, I'll call it, or a recipe booklet. And just to give a few examples, I don't want to give it all away, but one example is week 1, which is actually during Passover. Week 1, the inspired spiritual Jewish theme is love and flow. It's this very loving, flowing place. And so the food that we're correlating for that week are sauces and condiments. And why sauces and condiments? And when I say sauces and condiments, I'm talking like a minted cumin yogurt sauce, or a lemony tahini sauce, or a green goddess dressing. The foods that you can just slather onto a bowl or dollop on an egg, that just it's the special sauce, literally. And I once talked with a friend one time and we laughed, and I really feel what she's feeling, which is, you can eat the most simple food ever, and if you have a condiment to go with it, oh my God, you are just loving your food. It brings it all together. And so the recipe and nourishment booklet for the first week of eating with the Omer highlights either very simple sauces and dressings to sauces and dressings where you might need a food processor. a little bit more of a commitment. And I give that range because we all have our own hours and own minutes that we own during the day, and I want to honor people who have all kinds of time available to them, whether it's very little or maybe they do have time to bring out their food processors. So anyway, that's just a little taste, and please send more questions. Jody at redlentilconsulting.com.